Thank you very much, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak before this committee and to publicly thank the work of those that were on the CJPAC. The CJPAC, this criminal justice committee that had come together to look at a half a dozen different areas as it related to recidivism and reentry and drug addiction and so many different things that frankly are related to this whole issue that is before us in this piece of legislation that you're getting ready to consider. And so thank you for the work that was done by so many in and out of publicly elected office, in and out of the private sector, for-profit, non-profit, faith-based, prosecutorial, the judicial ranks, etc. So many people from different perspectives came together to put together what is now ultimately a piece of legislation that you're going to consider. So a lot of thought and a lot of time and a lot of effort. To Chairman Westerfield, Senator Westerfield, thank you for shepherding this process. It's often talked about herding cats, and there are a lot of cats you've been herding for a long time here, and good work. And while it's not a perfect piece of legislation, there is no such thing as a perfect piece of legislation. There never will be. There's things in here that some would probably say, well, maybe it shouldn't be all that. And others have said it's not enough of all that. But it is a good piece of legislation. I think it's a great piece of legislation, frankly. And I came here as much as anything else to let you know that I am strongly in support of seeing us move forward with Senate Bill 120. I really am. I think it's something that will be good for Kentucky. I just came out of a meeting just prior to this with somebody who's interested in moving a significant business, something that would invest billions of dollars over time in the Commonwealth. And one of the biggest issues is workforce development. Where do I get people that will show up on time and be good workers? And increasingly, this is a problem for us, whether we want to admit it or not. So being a purely, everything in here I'm not going to repeat. I truly do believe in redemption and second chances. This is the foundation of America. I know it to my core. But as you've heard me speak just a week ago in my State of the Commonwealth address, we need the criminal justice system to crush those that we want out of mainstream society. We want it to be a hammer on people that should be removed because of the safety impact that they provide. The people that are creating the addicts, the drug addicts, and I appreciate a lot of good work coming in other pieces of legislation that are going to tighten up significantly the very things that have made it easy for this problem to proliferate. But there are tens of thousands of men and women who are people that have screwed up, but they've paid their dues. They want a second opportunity, and I think we owe it to them. I truly believe we owe people a chance to re-assimilate because, frankly, we desperately need it. We have hundreds of thousands of able-bodied working-age men and women who go to work every day, who do not go to work every day in this state, who could be. They don't have dependents. There's nothing precluding them from doing it. And we've compounded that by making it possible for some people to get licensed, etc. So there's a lot of things in this bill you all will be discussing, and it will ultimately be bantied about in the House as well. But the bottom line is this: I'm supportive of it. I think we need it. I think it's a good step in the right direction. I think it gives us a chance to set an example for how Kentucky takes care of Kentuckians and re-assimilates them while not compromising what we're doing in terms of safety for the Commonwealth as a whole. And so I just ask you, with full consideration, give to this bill and challenge it. I'll tell you, you will find in Senator Westerfield a guy that will be a good apologist for what's in here, a guy who can articulate the amount of effort that went into producing this piece of legislation. And I'm happy to personally answer any questions that you might have, if that is of benefit to this committee. But I thank you for this, and I just want to say that Kentucky needs this, America needs it, and I think just the greatness of our nation is predicated on second chances and opportunities. And I think this is a way that allows many boats to rise on the same tide, which is why I sit here today.